Wow, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody feeling today? How's everybody feeling today? All of you look amazing today. Can everybody please give yourselves a big round of applause? 大家可以俾自己熱烈掌聲，因為咧，大家今日嚟到非常準時，同埋個都靚仔靚女。Is everybody feeling full yet? Not okay, that's good because we still have a meal coming up. We've got a beautiful main course and also desserts. But just so that everybody knows as well, our delicious yakitori station will still be on for another 45 minutes or so. So if you want to get more, please feel free to access that. Did everybody enjoy your afternoon so far? And is everybody enjoying the food? Yeah. Amazing. Well, let's put our hands together to thank our wonderful hosts here at Park Hyatt for looking after us today. Let's give them a big hand. 我哋非常之多謝 Park Hyatt 嘅同事咧，然後非常之愉快嘅下午嘅。Now, ladies and gentlemen, as the Master of Ceremonies, I'd love to make sure that everybody knows what's going on this afternoon. So just a few announcements. Now, has everybody had the chance to sign the guest book downstairs? If you haven't signed it, can you say yay? Oh, okay, that's all right. Just a few of you. That's all right. If you have signed it, say yay. 哇！我見咧大部分朋友都有簽到呢一個嘅簽名冊，可以俾新人一對祝福。But it's okay. We still have about 2 hours to get that sorted. So take your time. It's okay. So throughout the afternoon, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to say hi to Sai, and I'll sort you out. So if you've got any questions, come and say hi to me, and just say hi, Sai. Let's try this together. 1, 2, 3. And I'll sort you out. Thank you. 係啦，今日有啲咩問題咧，隨時都可以揾司儀哥哥，咁我都會幫你解決嘅。Now, as the Master of Ceremonies, a lot of people ask me different questions. Now, can anybody guess what's the Master of Ceremonies most frequently asked question? Does anybody know? Where is the toilet? That's it. I've been asked multiple times today. Now, toilets are just right over here. 洗手間咧就喺呢一邊喺大家嘅右手邊 on your right hand side. And throughout the day as well, after you've signed all of the guest book, and of course the wishing well is there. So if you've got cards and messages to the bride and groom, please feel free to write a message there. 咁我哋咧亦都係喺呢一個簽名台嘅旁邊咧，有一個盒仔。就如果大家有任何利是啊，又或者係俾一對新人嘅一啲嘅祝福嘅賀卡咧，都可以放喺 度嘅。嗱，咁你今日咧以下嘅環節會係點樣樣咧？So for this afternoon, what else do we have planned? Well, first we have more food, as promised. So we're going to be serving the main course after the bride and groom's grand entrance. Everybody say yay! 當然咧係會送晒我哋今日嘅主菜嘅 and by that time everybody should be really full by then. And then there will also be desserts later, but after the main course we'll be hearing speeches from the friends and family of the bride and groom. 咁當然咧喺我哋食完呢個主菜之後咧，都係會有新郎新娘嘅好朋友同埋家人嘅支持。And after desserts, we basically have a bunch of free time for everybody to take photos. Have everybody been taking photos at our beautiful scenery here in Sydney Harbour as well? Say yay! Amazing. If you haven't yet, please take photos here because we've got a multi-million-dollar view here. That's basically all of the announcements that we need to make for now. 咁宣佈方面咧都差唔多啦。咁但係最重要問一問大家，請問大家準備好歡迎一對新人進場未呢？ But most importantly, is everybody ready to see the bride and groom? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we welcome the bride and groom, there's a few very important people that we need to welcome and honor. So first, I'd like to acknowledge the family of the bride and groom. So please join me. Let's put our hands together to welcome the family members who are on this table here. So ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together for the family of the bride and groom. So we have the parents of the bride and the parents of the groom, John, Rosa, Ricky, Sally, and Lusty. Let's give them a big round of applause. So now, ladies and gentlemen, is everybody ready to see the bride and groom? So let's join me and let's put our hands together to give a big warm round of applause to Annie and Edward, the bride and groom, everybody. So good. And everybody, is the groom looking handsome today? But is the bride even more beautiful? And let's give it up one more time for the bride and groom, everybody. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite the groom to say a few words to welcome everybody for coming here today.
Thanks everybody for coming. Remember, have lots of food, have lots to drink, and have fun.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite all guests to please raise a glass to the bride and groom. 咁現在咧邀請大家一齊舉杯嚟到祝福對新人，祝福佢哋白頭到老，永結同心。To the bride and groom, a happily ever after. Cheers! 好啦，咁我哋咧馬上咧就會送上今日嘅主菜啊。So we're going to be serving our main course in just a few moments' time. But before we do, is there some very important thing that the bride and groom hasn't done yet this afternoon at the reception? 咁喺開場之前咧，新郎新娘有冇一件非常之重要嘅嘢係未曾做嘅咧？ What do you think the bride and groom needs to do? Who thinks the bride and groom needs to have one big kiss before we start? So good. But a little bit of jumping the gun because we're going to do something very special about the kiss. But that was a good practice anyway. Because I want to share some Chinese traditions with everybody today. 咁咧中國人有啲傳統嘅唔同嘅傳統啊咁樣樣。So for example, we all know the lucky number is the number 8. That's right. So what number represents forever, everlasting love? 9. That's right. 因為長長久久嘅意思啊嚇。9 means forever. So what does everybody say if we count slowly from 1 to 9 and the bride and groom will kiss for 9? Not necessarily seconds. I think we might go for longer. We'll just count to 9 for whatever period of time. If you agree, say yay. In that case, I might get the bride and groom to just pop the glasses down first, and once you touch lips, we will count at the pace that we wish to count at. 咁我哋咧祝福一對新人長長久久，由一數到9，咁一對新人咧掂住嘴仔，我哋就會一齊數噶啦。Here we go. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Thank you so much. Now you're allowed to sit down. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we're going to have a lot of fun moments and a lot of romantic moments to make sure that you don't miss anything. So once again, can we put our hands together to congratulate the bride and groom, and we'll be back with formalities very soon. Thank you. So is everybody ready for speeches and formalities? 咁希望大家都準備好就係聽我哋今日嘅致辭分享啦。So I'm very pleased to announce that we do have many speeches tonight from this afternoon from family members and also from friends. So first I'd like to invite everybody to please give a warm welcome to the mother of the groom, Sally. 用掌聲歡迎 Sally 新郎哥嘅媽咪，俾掌聲。Let's give her a big hand. Thank you.
學中文㗎，翻譯咯，就咁講㗎。首先歡迎大家嚟到今日嘅婚禮。我唔識講啦 ，sorry 。OK， 尊敬嘅各位來賓、各位女士、先生們，歡迎嚟到我與邱思文 Edward 同埋我新抱 Annie 卓迪文嘅結婚典禮。今日我同我家人都十分激動同埋開心，最榮幸係同大家一齊共享呢個美好同埋莊嚴嘅時刻。一份愛情，兩顆心，緣分呢就令 Edward 同埋 Annie 結為夫妻。佢哋由相識、相知、相戀、相愛，如今佢哋攜手共步婚姻嘅殿堂，我哋感到無限嘅欣慰同埋滿足。Annie， 你係一位非常美麗大方、充滿智慧、尊重長輩、愛護家人嘅好姑娘。有你加入我哋嘅家庭，係我哋同埋 Edward 最大嘅福分。在此，我更加要多謝 Annie 嘅父母，多謝你哋多年嘅付出，培養咗一位知書得禮、善解人意、美麗智慧嘅好姑娘。亦都多謝 Annie 嘅姐姐 Shirley 一路嘅陪伴、鼓勵同埋支持。感謝你哋大家對 Edward 嘅信任同埋接受，有幸等佢成為你哋家庭嘅一份子，我哋感到非常嘅榮幸同埋開心。Edward， 你係一位非常幸運嘅 boy， 有 Annie 喺你一生中嘅陪伴，更有佢家人對你嘅愛護，你又學識感恩，又更加努力嘅做得更加好。回報同埋守護 Annie 嘅一世，同埋守護佢哋 Annie 嘅 family， 成為一個好丈夫、好女婿。作為父母，我哋希望並祝福你哋婚後平安幸福、百年好合、身體健康，並且記得你哋彼此真心嘅承諾，喺生活上互相關心、包容。工作上互相支持鼓勵，漫長人生路相伴到永久，攜手共進，共創屬於你哋美好嘅人生。另外都要多謝 Edward 嘅表姐 Lily， 有新西蘭特別嚟參加婚禮，今日都係佢嘅生日， 祝 Lily 生日快樂，生日快樂 Lily。最後多謝大家嘅來臨，祝大家開心快樂，身體健康。
Hello， 大家下午好。我係 Andy 嘅爹哋，佢係 Andy 叫阿莊，佢係 Losa 係媽咪。我今日咧，我代表家人熱烈歡迎大家嘅光臨，參加我女兒 Andy 和女婿 Edward 嘅婚禮。今日咧係佢哋兩個嘅大喜日子。作為父母咧，本來咧我哋咧就有好多語重心長嘅話同佢講嘅，但係今日咧就長話短説啦，就係祝願佢哋，希望佢哋日後嘅生活咧互相理解、相互包容、取長補短、百年好合、永結同心。其實 Annie 咧，佢從細到大咧，對父母啊、對長輩啊都好尊重嘅，特別喺助人為樂啊、團結友愛啊，都得到咗親朋戚友同埋同事嘅讚賞。另外咧，我喺呢邊咧，也要多謝 Edward 嘅父母，能夠培養佢成為一個優秀嘅兒子。咁我哋咧，咁我都好欣慰。最後咧，我響祝願大家在嘅各位身體健康、家庭幸福美滿。大家今日飲多杯啦！
Hi everyone, my name is Janet. I'm Edward's older sister. If I haven't met you yet, it's really nice to be here with you today. Growing up with Edward gave me a front row seat as to the kind of person that he is. One of my favourite memories growing up and when I was little, as older siblings quite often do, is getting in trouble. And one day our parents were ready to discipline me, and our little Edward, at only about 3 years old, ran in front of me and said, "Don't smack my sister." My parents were so stunned, they could only say, "Well, you better get out of the way, otherwise we'll smack you too." Even then, he had this quiet, protective streak about him, standing up for someone who he cares about, even when he's little. Edward has always been the quiet achiever. He's someone that doesn't make a fuss, but is always there when it counts. And yes, he was also very good at maths. I'm ashamed to admit that in high school, and he was in primary school, he was finishing my homework. And to this day, he's still my personal calculator, tech support person, and calm voice of reason. But Edward also has a bit of a sneaky side. So when he was first dating Annie, we didn't really have a clue. He was very private. He had just moved over from New Zealand, and when we would ask him what he was doing on the weekend, he would casually just say, "I'm just meeting some guy friends to play board games with." So if any of these guy friends are here tonight, shame on Edward. Eventually we met Annie, and I'll never forget the first lunch. We went to the buffet at Epicurean, which already meant that I liked her. Anyone who likes food is my kind of person. But in all seriousness, there's more to that. What really stood out for me was how kind and warm Annie was, especially to our late dog James, who was very elderly. I think I made a cheeky comment and saying how James used to be cute, but now he's a bit old and manky. And Annie straight away to the defence said, "Don't say that about him, he's still gorgeous." And that moment told me everything about her. She sees the good and beauty in everyone. Annie has this way of connecting with people. She's very easy to talk to, very warm, and always thinking of others. To Annie's family, thank you for raising someone so wonderful. We're really truly lucky to have her in our family. Edward, on the other hand, is someone that's more reserved. He's one to keep to himself, but his thoughtfulness is still running deep. And together they balance each other so naturally, they bring out the best in each other. And today, being here with you all today, especially with our family, is incredibly meaningful. There's something very special about having all our family here together to witness this milestone. I know how much it means to Edward, and it means a lot to me as well. So, Edward and Annie, thank you for showing us what a beautiful partnership looks like. So, let's raise a glass to love and quiet strength. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Shirley. As many of you know, I'm Annie's sister. I'd like to thank everybody for coming today to celebrate Annie and Edward's special day. Annie, I'm so proud of you as your biggest sister and best friend. I'm going to cry. I'm proud of you as I've watched you grow from a kid that loved High Five, High School Musical, birds, elephants, to the woman that you are today. You're responsible, you're kind-hearted, and you're courageous. Everybody in this room knows that you are the biggest heart, you're the most kind and caring person in this room. You have the biggest heart, you always put others first, especially your family. You're the best sister that anyone could ask for. And Cody also agrees too. Thanks for acting like the bigger sister and looking after us, our parents and our family. As you enter marriage and you build your family one day, we'll always be there to support you. I know that you've always wanted to have a really big wedding party like this with your closest family and friends. And I'd like you to take a moment to look around and soak it all in. Your dearest family, Edward's family. I love to, get to know you over the last 4 years and looking forward to the future. Your friends from primary school, from Maryland's East, when Annie was 6. I think your closest and first friends are here. From Leichhardt, where are you? Leichhardt. And Fort Street, K11, and even uni/high school and work. And it tells me that, you have all the closest people here throughout your whole life here who still mean so much to you today. So when it came to dating, Annie wasn't super interested until one day, 4 years ago, during one of the COVID lockdowns. A few of us, we asked Annie, what kind of person did you want to find? And she had very, very specific criteria for her online profile. It was a New Zealander engineer who spoke Cantonese, who could, because, have to be able to, at her wedding day, speak to us in that language. We all kind of laughed, but long and behold, a few months later, we first met Edward at Yum Cha, Annie's favourite, and an escape room. she somehow turned him into reality. What struck me about Edward was his patience as he got to know him, especially when he taught us really, really long 4-hour board games, which we still don't really understand today. And again, I've really enjoyed getting to know your family as well. Edward, I hope you carry those values into your marriage with Annie of love, family, loyalty, and your commitment to one another. Annie and Edward, as you both start your new chapter together, always remember to be kind and to support one another. Continue to laugh together and have fun together. Life has its ups and downs, but what's important is that you're always communicating and working together as a team. And remember, your family is always here to support you also, no matter what. As you start your new chapter together in marriage, I wish you wholeheartedly all the love and happiness in the world. So here's to Annie and Edward. Thank you. Thank you.
Whilst we're waiting, we'll open with a joke, I guess. Annie and Edward, there's 3 rings in marriages. Do you know what they are? The 3 rings of marriage. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the...
Suffering.
There we go. Don't translate that.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're for some comedic relief. But
Crying.
my name is Amy. This is Nathan.
And we're single. I mean, Annie and Edward's friends. Sorry. Wrong speech. That's for later. So in all seriousness, we're 2 of Annie's many, many friends here today. But clearly we're the favourites because we've been asked to do a speech today. So take that, yeah? What's the next part? Okay, one of us is going to share a bit about Annie, and the other one is obligated to say something about Ed. So we're going to start with Annie first. And then the biggest plot twist, I'm going to talk about Annie, not one of her best friends, Amy. I know, right? Actually, some of the confusion was that when I was saying that I was going to make a speech about Annie today, everyone was like, why you? Excuse me, I've known Annie since year 7, a really, really long time, since we were like year 7 in Leichhardt, right? Thankfully, we escaped that school. I mean, sorry. You survived. You're survivors, okay? But seriously, okay, since then, a lot of us have changed, right? Let's see, we meet different people, clearly. I didn't know you had this many friends, apart from us, right? We have different experiences. Amy, for example, became a super successful doctor. I became an absolute weirdo. But in all honesty, and I mean this in the best way possible, Annie since year 7 has not changed at all. Like, she is the exact same person. She's still the most honest, carefree, just super cool person I've ever known. And there's a perfect Cantonese word to say to describe Annie. It's hard to translate, but I'm going to say it. 佢好乖啊. Yeah, 好乖啊. Yeah. See? So I'm just trying to translate. It's a mix between like family-orientated, respectful, but in our culture, like our parents don't say "I love you," right? No, let's be honest, okay? If they say "哇你好乖啊," you're like, "Oh, thank you." My parents have never said that about me, so that's how I know. Now, so Annie, 你好乖啊，成日聽話，好禮貌。Yeah? Annie's parents agree? Edward's parents agree? Yeah? Yeah. So, actually, I was overseas for a long time. I lost contact with all of my friends. But when I came back, I introduced all our friends to my 3-year-old daughter, Arwen. She's super cute, like her dad. So now, the first time she met the whole group, she was a bit scared. There's like 15 of us, and she was a bit shy. But here comes Annie with a little gift bag, coloring books, crayons, and stickers, and says, "Hi, I'm Auntie Annie. Here's your gift." Who does that? Who brings a gift for a kid they've never met before, right? And even during that whole time, she even looked after her, played with her as well, gave me a bit of break to make my special famous pandan waffles. Taste exactly like the ones at Cabramatta. If you want the recipe, let me know later. And even after, earlier this year, right, you met her again, and you brought Easter chocolate for her and said, hey, these are from my mum, Annie's mum. Love you, Auntie. Like, my daughter's never met Annie's mum before. This whole generosity, the whole selflessness really runs in the family. And it's one of the best sort of experiences and best people I've ever known in my life. So, in summary, Annie, super cool, awesome, fantastic, best people we've ever known.
And then she met Ed. At first we were a bit unsure about him, and it seemed like the only thing he brought was perhaps his New Zealand accent. But over time we've come to know Edward as a kind, supportive, friendly, and above all, nerdy guy who's been able to seamlessly integrate into our group, our high school Fort Street group. Now, our group has some pretty high standards, so today is also to congratulate Edward for passing these standards and be able to join our group permanently. Now, I think the event, the biggest event that has allowed this integration is, of course, our group trip to Japan in April last year. During the trip, we had a bit of a tradition. At the end of every meal, we would go to a konbini, to like 7-Eleven, to get a bit of a dessert, which was classically ice cream. There was one infamous person in the group, Fred, who just every time we went in would keep talking about this one amazing ice cream called Strawberry Dandy. It was like so delicious, the best thing he's ever eaten. I don't know, give him magical power or something. I don't know. He wouldn't stop talking about it. So we all, every time after dinner as a group, would go into a convenience store to look for this Strawberry Dandy. We spent an amazing 8 days together, and on our last night together in Osaka, we all shared feelings about how lucky we were to be able to go on this trip, and we all got a little bit emotional, even Edward, although I guess it's quite easy to believe that seeing him today. And he shared some lovely sentiments about, how amazing it was and just how grateful we are. And I had the fortune of continuing with Edwani, or Annie and Edward, for a few more days after this. Edward actually went into, I think, a bit of a depressive episode after being separated from the rest of the group. And he actually went into every single convenience store, konbini, to look for this Strawberry Dandy. Now, if you've been to Japan before, you know that there's basically one every 100 meters. So we had to stop every single time, and we had to factor this into our transit times as well. To this day, I think Edward still looks into some convenience stores, just in case there's Strawberry Dandy, to relive those Japan memories. And I think it's also a real testament to the dedication and love Edward can have for our house group, Annie, which I continue to hope they have for the years ahead together. And I think this leads beautifully to the beauty and the power of the union of Edward and Annie, or as we like to call them, Edwani. Together they have been such a backbone to our groups and friends who are here all today in our community, and they've actually been also integral to establishing another one of our newest groups, which is our brunch club, which is actually why Nathan and I are here today doing this speech. And when I describe brunch club, I just need to explain it in a bit more detail. So to spell it out, it's little b, capital R-U-N, little C-H, and it's the hottest run club in Sydney. And it's basically, the main event is brunch, but we run a little bit to get to brunch. Now, before Edwani came along, it was probably literally just me and Nathan separately running, crying, so alone. But Edwani united us, brought us together, gave us a name and a purpose, which is reflective of the amazingly supportive and selfless, as we've already heard today so many times, couple that is able to unite friends wherever they go.
Agreed. So we owe our running bodies to them, clearly. We look great today. And you do too. But get back on training, no more excuses, okay? We got City to Surf coming. Haven't seen you in the last couple of weeks, I wonder why. I'd actually like to ask all of Annie and Edward's friends to please stand up and just show yourselves to the whole room. Everyone was very hesitant. Edward, today, when you married Annie, You married all of us. We look forward to our happy, long life together. In all honesty, Edward's parents, congratulations. You have gained a fantastic daughter-in-law today. Definitely. Annie's parents, good luck with Ed. But everyone, one last time, congrats to Edward and Annie. Edwenny!
Here we go, let's count together. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a big kiss. Woo! So good. Now we'd like to invite the bride and groom to come back to the stage area as they share their official speech with us today as husband and wife. Let's give them a big hand. All right.
Hi everybody. We hope everyone here is having a good time. I just want to start off by saying thank you all so much for coming to celebrate me and Annie's weddings, which is one of the happiest days of my life. And for some of you, it's definitely been a long way for you to get here. Thank you to my dad, Ricky, and my sister, Janet, who flew in from Perth to be here, and it truly means a lot that you two are here. Thank you to my cousin, Lily, who flew in on her birthday all the way from New Zealand just to be here. And thank you to our friends who travelled from interstate and everyone travelling in near and far to join us.
We are so lucky. Oh, is that working? We are so lucky to see all of you here, to have all of you here. We have our immediate families here with us, our parents, our sisters. We have my Yima and my cousin Lily, Edward's cousin Lily, our close friends Mei Yi, Christine, Victor. Thank you all for being here. I have friends from all parts of my life here, from primary school, Girls Eat Pearls. Anyway, I'll explain that later. My high school friends, my Leichhardt friends, my Fort Street friends, friends I've made from work. Maddie and me. As well as new friends that I've met through Edward. They're back there. Thank you all for coming and celebrating this milestone with us. It means a lot that you're here with us today. And we also want to acknowledge those who couldn't make it today, and we are thinking of you, and we look forward to celebrating with you another time. We're grateful to everyone who helped make today happen. Thanks to our parents, to Shirley, to Janet, to Carol, to Lily, to Christine, to Amy for your help and support in the lead up. And thank you to our families for your wonderful, heartfelt speeches. And thank you to Amy and Nathan for your wonderful and fun speech. We'd also like to thank the professional team from Event Weddings who helped to make today happen, especially our wonderful wedding planner, our celebrant and MC, Si. Thank you. And thank you to the whole team, so Ivy and everyone at Event Weddings. And thank you to our photographer, Alfred, our videographer, Andy, and thank you to Adrian and the team at Park Hyatt for this beautiful venue and lots of food.
Okay, now for those who don't speak Cantonese, I just ask you to bear with me for a little bit while I say a few words to my parents. I don't speak Cantonese either. OK， 我依家試下講啲中文去我媽同爹。我個中文都唔係最好嘅，所以我都會講啲嘢錯，你可唔可以再講最正嗰啲話？我對唔住。同我媽我爹。多謝你養大我，你哋兩個成日 sacrifice 同埋俾咗好多俾我同家姐。你教我點去勤力為家庭 provide 同 sacrifice 俾阿璇俾 Annie。我希望我會成日勤力俾好多俾 Annie。你都有夠好耐性。 我知我唔係最 perfect 嘅仔，但係你都會錫下我。你係教我點好係做一個好老公俾 Annie， 我真係 appreciate 全部你係教咗我，同埋嗰啲嘢你俾咗我呢啲31年啊，多謝你啊！我好錫你哋。Okay, that was a hard part. Okay, now I want to say a few words to Lusty, who doesn't speak Chinese, including, but I don't speak Macedonian. Okay, Lusty, I want to thank you for treating me as your own son. Thank you for always being there for me, offering me love, support, and guidance. I'm lucky that I have two amazing father figures in my life, and I'll always be grateful for that. Okay, there's more hard parts. There's more Cantonese, sorry guys. So please just bear with me a little bit. I just want to say a few words to Annie's parents. 係 Annie 阿媽同爹，我都想講幾句，我都講咗多次，我中文唔係咁好嘅，對唔住啊，我都會試下 ，OK？ 多謝你養大同教緊 Annie 去做一個咁好嘅女。Annie 係真係一個人去用佢個心去真係關心第啲人啊！我知我好彩，我揾到一個人有咁好嘅心。放心，我會真係會勤力返工，去 make sure 佢係成日去永遠開心同埋安全啊！我會成日錫佢，同埋我會成日勤力同埋返工，同埋賺多啲錢，係養佢同埋我哋嘅家庭啊！多謝你哋。
Okay, now it's my turn to say a few words in Cantonese to my family, so please bear with me. Mommy, Papa, 姐姐，你哋係我個世界。多謝你養大我，同俾我咁多嘢同錫我。媽咪爸爸，多謝你哋做最好嘅父母，為我同嘅姐姐勤力辛苦養大我哋同幫我哋。你哋付出咗咁多，我永遠都感激。多謝你哋接受我同你 Edward。我而家大個女啦，我同你 Edward 會一齊勤力努力。互相支持、互相照顧、互相關心。我永遠都會係你個女，同姐姐我永遠都係你個妹妹。你永遠都會有我支持同關心。多謝，我好錫你哋。我都想多謝 Edward 個父母養咗咁有關心我個仔，多謝你哋對我咁愛錫我，歡迎我加入你個家庭，我好感恩。Thank you to Edward's father, mother, Lusty, Janet, for raising Edward to being a caring and patient man and for being so warm and welcoming towards me. I'm grateful for you and I'm very grateful to be part of your family. Do you want to do?
Oh, you say.
We have just a small little gift for our families, which Sai is bringing out now. Great timing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I have a few words for my husband, Edward. I can't believe we're married. We've been together for 4 years, engaged for about 3 months, and married for about 2 hours now. It's been a wild time, and I'm glad we've made it to this point today. As Shirley said before, I'm glad to have manifested a husband who is not only a Kiwi engineer, but someone who is caring and patient towards me. Thank you for patiently teaching me and others new board games and letting me win sometimes. For cooking for me, for being my travel and food adventure buddy, singing, dancing and being silly with me. And above all, for always trying your best and for loving me and accepting me as I am. I'm excited for our next chapter together as your wife and what's to come.
To Annie, my new wife. Still happy I get to say that. Sorry. I just wanted to look back at our time together and reflect on our time that's gone. So when I first saw you at Hinge, I was drawn to your photo in Lake Tekapo in New Zealand. I love how I liked the one New Zealand photo that you had, and that we are so similar, both having older sisters, both having a cousin called Lily, and both living on Harbour Street. On our second day at Temasek, when you were telling me about how your cousin and Shirley had the same Chinese name as me, I was too busy dying from chili spice to even listen to you. Those are the moments I look back with joy. The time we went to New Zealand, we went to Mount Gambier on my work trip, we met our families in China, and our friendship to Japan. I'm so happy that I get to spend 4 years with you, experiencing exciting travel and adventures, and comfortable and cheery daily life. Now that we have started our new chapter of our life together, I hope that we continue to travel around the world, that we both continue to improve and push each other up, and we both enjoy the silly moments. And now to continue the silly moments, I'd like to ask you, may I have this dance?